What's up, guys? Welcome back to Spoiling Movies. My name is Chris, and I'm going to take you through a movie and talk all about it and spoil it for you. So I hope you've seen this movie, because today we're talking about The Thing. There's a spaceship flying into the planet, and then it lands on Earth or crashes or something. The Thing logo pops up on screen, and it looks really cool. Everything looks really good, and I'm excited. Frozen landscape. There's a dog. There's a husky wolf dog running across the frozen, snowy landscape. There's a helicopter chasing it, and the helicopter's shooting tranquilizer darts and throwing bombs at the husky dog. People come out from the base because they hear the helicopter and all the bombs and shit. And the dog runs up and jumps on one of the dudes and starts licking his face, and he's like, ah! And the guy's still trying to shoot the thing. The helicopter goes down, it lands, and one of the guys gets out, keeps going after the dog. He's got a gun. He's speaking Norwegian or something. I don't know. And the guy's like, what are you doing? Get out of here! And he goes, and he shoots, but he doesn't hit the dog. He hits the guy's leg. And then he keeps shooting because the dog ran off. So they're thinking, these people are after us. Why are they trying to kill us? But he was going after the dog. And you find out that these guys can't put out a message, an SOS. They can't put it out. The signal's not getting out. So they're trapped here. The dog is walking around and it's taking cues and it's moving over here and it's like, ha 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 ha. And then going over here, I'm like, look up here. I got it. That dog is a good actor. The dudes on the base decide that it's a good idea to go check out where the Norwegian dude came from. And it turns out they were at a site in Antarctica, not too far from their base, about an hour away. They get there in the chopper. It's charred house. It's all burnt up. And they get in and they walk around. They find a frozen body that has a giant... Its neck has been split open. It's just... Kurt Russell looks like if one of the Bee Gees was in Resident Evil. So Kurt Russell and other dude, they find this creature out in the snow in that cabin they were searching. It's a smoldering pile of something. It looks like just bones and maybe a person's face, but they don't really know. And they decide to take it back to camp, and they put it in front of all the dudes at the other camp. And everybody's coughing and gagging because it's still steaming and fucking gross and shit. Wilford Brimley starts digging through the creature body, and he's cutting it open. That thing looks so slimy and disgusting, I feel like you could touch it. Everything they're doing in the movie, you kind of feel like that's exactly what it would feel like. There's a melty man face. They have the dog in the base, and they decide to put it with some of their other dogs. I'm not really sure why they have other dogs, but they put them in a kennel place. When the guy walks away and shuts off the light for the night, the other wolves start howling, and the wolf that just walked in starts going... Its face splits open, and you see a little... The thing's got tentacles and spider legs, and it's fucking... flipping out, throwing vines and tentacles. Kurt Russell sounds the alarm and says to somebody, get me a flamethrower, quick. And they go back into the dog pen. All the guys show up, and the dog creature, it has tentacles in other dogs, and it's sucking the life out of them, and it's pulsating and just slimy. The creature throws its new claws up into the ceiling, but they manage to spray it with the fucking napalm or whatever. They fucking flamethrow the shit out of it. But some of it may or may not have escaped. I'm not really sure. I was questioning what was the fucking creature right now. Is it splitting apart? Is it its own self? Is it taking all of these creatures into itself? Old Willie Brim Brim starts cutting into the new creature body to look at. And it's got teeth and eyeballs and stuff. He says to everybody that this is a creature that is assimilating others. It's mimicking and it's taking other creatures into itself and mimicking them while also digesting them and becoming a part of them or something. Some of the guys go out in helicopter and find the place where the Norwegian dudes had been doing their thing. they had discovered this big spacecraft underneath a bunch of ice. And they say it's like about 100,000 years worth of ice on top of this, and the Norwegians blew it up in order to get to this UFO. Also, I really love the fucking, that dude. I love him, and I can't remember the things that I've seen him in, but I really like that guy. Brimley is sitting at a screen, and he's watching how a cell becomes a thing. And it's done through, like, old school MS-DOS, and it's showing how, like, the virus takes over this one, and then it assimilates and it becomes a thing. It seems like the movie's telling me that the creature needs to mimic. It needs to be other things. It doesn't need to be one thing. It needs to be separate things. Kurt Russell's just chilling in his frozen shack with his fucking J&B product placement here. It's really great that they don't use music too much. It has a pretty good score in the background, and when it's not used, it seems appropriate. Wilford Brimley starts fucking smashing. He says, "No, none of you people are real. I think you're all mimicking the monster. He took you over and I don't believe in you." And he's just like, "Nah, you're all fake, you fucking poser things. You thing-ass bitches." But old Kurt Russell and other dude show up. They take him down, and then you get a nice dubbed over Kurt Russell and Wilford Brimley are having a discussion about who's an alien and who's not. And Wilford Brimley's like, "I don't think we can trust anybody." "Yeah, I don't really think we can trust anybody either. It's nice when we have people that we can trust." They catch one of the dudes outside that they didn't know what was going on. Everybody's fucking paranoid right now. Catch one of the dudes, and he's out there, and they catch him, and when you see him, he's got weird fucking hands, and he's like, "Ah!" And then they burn the shit out of him. The only way to figure out if you're an alien or not is to put your blood in a thing, so we need to test everybody's blood. Every other scene is a paranoia fight. "I thought it was you. Oh, you're an asshole. Nah, you're an asshole. Nah, nah." There's a scene where some of the characters are trying to kill each other, and Kurt Russell shows up, and he's like, "Put it down. Give me the gun. It's fine." It's like, "All right, fine. I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't trust any of this." Kurt Russell gets the gun. And somebody else is like, "How do we know we can trust you?" And he's like, "Just give me the gun." I'm like, "Well, okay. You seem the most well-equipped out of all of us. You seem the coolest. You seem like just such a smooth, such a cool guy. Can we hang out later?" One of the guys out in the snow finds a jacket that says R.J. McCready, and it's spelled R.J. McReady. That is definitely Kurt Russell's name in this movie. That's the character. I didn't realize it. Yeah! He's MacReady, dude. They have taken Brimley and they have put him in an icy cabin by himself, and they go there to check on him to see if he's one of the crazy people. They open up the little slot on the door and they say, "Hey, you crazy people?" And he's got like a noose and he's eating his dinner, and he's like, "Nah, man, that's one of those other dudes." Everybody's super paranoid, so when Kurt McCready comes back to the cabin, they don't want to let him in. So a bunch of these dudes hear him like knocking at the door trying to get through, and they're like, "Nah, you ain't getting in here." And they open up the door, and it's a supply closet he's gotten in somehow, and he's got dynamite, and he's got a flare, and he's about to light the dynamite, and they're like, "Oh, alright, man, alright, just keep it cool." But everybody in this camp has flamethrowers. As well they should. It would be crazy not to have a flamethrower. When they're messing around with Kurt Russell in the freezy place, one of the dudes is like dying. And they have to like go in with paddles and like try to bring him back to life. He goes, "Clear!" The thing bites his fucking arms off! Ah, ah! Then they do this amazing fucking thing with it's a slimy face and it's upside down. And it was the dude that was there before, but it's got like spider legs and it's fucking walking around and it looks amazing. It's so cool. The head like slides down the side of the table and escapes while they're trying to flamethrower it. They think they're getting it, but it's like sliding off the side of the fucking thing. Kurt Russell decides to bind everybody that may or may not be the beast. To test their blood. He takes blood from them to test it with fire, because apparently fire is obviously something it doesn't like. They notice immediately that one of those dudes' blood it jumps up and it causes a commotion and it's attached to the other person. So one of the dudes that's tied up with the other guys is like freaking out and he starts becoming a fucking thing. And it's so cool looking. It's amazing. They immediately flamethrower it and it starts going out into the tundra and they just keep flamethrowing, and then fucking Kelsey Grammer throws a fucking grenade and blows it up. They go right back into the blood test thing. Like, that was a big, cool scene. We need some more blood test, because it worked really, really good. The dudes go back out to where Brimley was, and they see that he has made a compartment, a tunnel, down to a secret place, where he is creating another little spaceship. They decide that they can't let the creature freeze itself again. It can't escape so that it can freeze and be brought back again in the future. So they want to burn everything. It's got to be heat, it's got to be fire. Kurt Russell and other dudes decide they're already dead. So at that point, they might as well just blow up the facility. So they're down in the catacombs of this place. They're wandering around. One of the dudes gets fucking jumped by fucking Brimley. He puts his fingers right into his cheeks and drags him away. Kurt Russell hears the creature around the corner, and he's got some dynamite, sets the dynamite, and then the creature emerges again as itself. It's got pieces of human. It's got like a human face with like a bunch of teeth and a creature face next to it, attached to a giant gelatinous gross body. It's amazing. It looks so good. And after Dogface goes, brah, Kurt Russell goes, fuck you too, and grabs a bomb and just throws it at him. Curdy Russie, he's not going to get out of that unscathed. That's unreasonable to think that he could. Kurt Russell and other dude end up just kind of the last two, and they're talking to each other like, we don't have the energy to defeat each other even if we were bad. So what do we do now? And then old Curdy Russo reaches over, he grabs the bottle, and he takes a swig, and he gives it to dude. And dude just takes a swig. They sit there while their facility burns in the background. End of movie. Brought to you by J&B and Coors and Smirnoff. I thought this was a really cool movie. I liked it a lot. I think it did very, very well. I could tell that there were miniatures in certain scenes, but I wasn't sure how they did it. Like, that's movie magic, people. The music worked very well. The lighting was cool. The acting was it was better than I thought it would be. Kurt Russell and the dudes. I recommend this movie way, way more than I would the new movie. It's like a prequel or a sequel or something. Using old school practical effects is just a better idea than using CG. It takes you out of the experience. It doesn't feel right. If you're going to make a movie, use practical, physical effects. Don't rely so heavily on computers and stuff. This movie was pretty badass. I enjoyed it very much. I assume that I will see it again more in my lifetime. I watched it twice. It's cool. It's a good old horror movie. So anyway, that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. There will be more. Peace out, bruh.